Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Masters of the Universe Classics, Galactic Protector She-Ra. That's right, I've always wondered what it would have been like if She-Ra had accompanied He-Man on his new adventures. And this figure here gives us that realization. It's She-Ra as she would appear in the new adventures of He-Man. So let's check her out. As you can see, she comes on that standard Masters of the Universe Classics blister card packaging, fully showcasing the action figure within. And flipping that around to the backside, we get a look at some of the other figures on the Classics line, and we're given a brand new bio for Galactic Protector She-Ra. So this is a really neat idea for an action figure, and to be perfectly honest, it's one of the ones I was the most excited for. I know that New Adventures is not the most popular rendition of He-Man, but as I've brought up many times in the past, I'll always have a soft place in my heart for it because I really love that toy line. So I think it's pretty neat that we've got He-Man's twin sister as she would appear in that New Adventures toy line. And just the idea of getting a new action figure for New Adventures is pretty cool, I think. So She-Ra here is sporting some brand new duds. It's an entirely new design for the character that was created with the help of Nate Barch. And I've got to give Nate a lot of props here because I love the design. What was done here is She-Ra was kind of reimagined in that futuristic setting, and some of the same design ideas that were used on New Adventures He-Man were kind of applied to She-Ra's costume, but still trying to keep the design of She-Ra's outfit intact all at the same time. So you'll see that there are a lot of pieces of the outfit there that are very familiar to what She-Ra would wear, such as the bodice there that's got that great swirling silver design with the blue gem in the center. And she's even kind of got this really great tunic that's hanging down instead of a skirt. But one thing that I really like is below that, she's wearing the blue pants just like He-Man. In my opinion, you gotta have those blue pants because He-Man's wearing the blue pants, so his twin sister probably should sport the exact same look, and I love it. Now, a lot of the stuff used on She-Ra here is a mixture of new stuff and pre-existing parts. So, for instance, the bracers that she's wearing and the boots that she's wearing were used on previous She-Ra action figures, but this time around they are silver in color instead of gold. And I love all of the intricate details that are sculpted in there, specifically on that skirt piece that she's wearing. Those great little emblems kind of etched into the side and going down that front piece there. And it's a great mixture of nice silvers and some kind of turquoise blues. And then you've got that really nice bright white behind all of it. So the colors on She-Ra here are a bit different than what we're used to seeing. Normally She-Ra is wearing a white and gold color combination. This time around she's got a white and silver color, but I think it's a really nice kind of complementary piece when standing next to He-Man, who is now wearing all of that gold in his New Adventures outfit. It's a neat kind of contrast because regular He-Man is wearing more silver and regular She-Ra is wearing gold, so in their New Adventures outfits, they kind of swap palettes. I think that was kind of a neat design choice on Mattel's part. She's also wearing a helmet on her head, which is very cool. And the helmet has the wings on the side, which is very much like She-Ra's tiara, and over her eyes she's got this kind of neon green visor. That visor is removable, which reveals a beautiful She-Ra face sculpt underneath that, and then her blonde hair is flowing out from the back of that helmet. Now the helmet's not removable, it's part of the sculpt, but I do think it's a nice touch that that visor can be removed from the figure. Alright, let's go ahead and take a closer look at our Galactic Protector She-Ra. So, first things first, we'll talk about that visor there, because I mentioned it is removable. It's very easy just to kind of pop out. There's just a little lip at the top of this little visor here that just fits up underneath the helmet that she's wearing, and it stays put. It's a little loose. It doesn't lock in there as tight as I'd like it to. Now, I haven't had any problems with it falling out, but I'm slightly worried that over time it might fall out. And when you kind of move around a lot, it's really easy to bump her and actually, knock that off. So you definitely want to be careful. You don't want to lose the visor. I do really like that it's removable. I just wish that it fit that helmet a little tighter. Yeah, there you go. You see, it's a little loose when you put it in there. But we'll go ahead and keep that out so we can go over the rest of our articulation there. Like I said, too, that helmet is non-removable. You'll notice that the wings on the helmet are made of a softer gummy plastic there. The hair is made of that same very, very soft plastic sticking out of the back of the helmet. And of course, our articulation works just like the old She-Ra there. Head moves up and down slightly. The hair, of course, is going to hit the back just a little bit there. The cape is nice and soft and flexible. It's a piece that goes around her neck, so if you popped off the head, you could slide that cape piece off. Ball joints at the shoulders there, swivels at the elbow, standard joint at the elbow there. I'm sorry, swivels at the bicep, standard joint at the elbow, swivels at the wrist. You can swivel the waist back and forth. You got those joints at the legs there, familiar to what we've seen with a lot of the recent female figures there, so you can swivel them at the thighs. The loincloth piece or the skirt piece that she's wearing doesn't really hinder the movement. You can still get her to ride Swiftwind and stuff like that, most likely. Shouldn't be a problem. You got standard joint at the knee, and then you do have standard joints at the ankles. There's no pin showing. On this one, my right ankle is tight, but my left ankle is really loose and wobbly, unfortunately. You can see, look how much that moves. That's kind of a shame. It's a problem that I've always had with all my She-Ra figures, I feel like. So she might have some issues standing, or it could just be mine. Fingers crossed it's just mine. But there you go. Closer look at She-Ra. So Galactic Protector She-Ra comes with multiple accessories. First of all, you might notice hanging around her waist is that holster with the little blaster in it. Now this is very familiar. We've seen this used in previous figures such as Adora and even Marlena, but it is a really nice fit for this figure, especially that little silver ray gun there, because it really does kind of give her this retro futuristic feel, and it just meshes so well with the design of this action figure that I think it was a perfect weapon to throw in with the figure. But in addition to that gun, she also includes some more traditional weapons that are very familiar to what we got with New Adventures He-Man. For instance, she's got her version of the Sword of Protection, but this time done with that futuristic kind of laser sword look, just like He-Man's. So it's got a nice kind of translucent yellowy green blade, and the handle is designed similar to He-Man's. However, her little gem is worked into the design, so it's a very cool touch. And then she also includes the shield, which just like He-Man's is done in that sort of laser effect, so it's done in that same translucent greenish yellow plastic, and it's a really great design, and it has clips that are very similar to the other female shield clips that we've seen for all the other Princess of Power figures, and it clips very nicely right there on her left wrist. Alright guys, it's comparison time. Let's go ahead and stand this new Galactic Protector She-Ra alongside the regular She-Ra from the line, just so you can see the kind of similarities and the differences between the designs of these two figures. And of course, we've got to put her alongside her brother, New Adventures He-Man, or I guess Galactic Protector He-Man as they're called in this line. So there you go, my friends. There is a look at the brand new Galactic Protector She-Ra. Like I said, I know New Adventures has a smaller fan base. It has its detractors. But I absolutely love this figure. I'm a sucker for the old New Adventures toy line. I'm one of the people who is very happy to see these characters in the Classics line. And just the idea of getting a brand new figure for that section, for that faction, is really cool in my opinion. I absolutely love the design of this character. I think Nate did a fantastic job realizing the way Galactic Protector She-Ra would look, and the Four Horsemen did a wonderful job sculpting her. I honestly think this is a very well done action figure, and if it's something that you've been on the fence about, I highly recommend you pick her up and check her out for yourself. Now, this was the November release. She was part of the Etheria Collectors Club, and she has since sold out on MattyCollector.com. So, if you can track her down, definitely do it and add her to your collection. Happy hunting, my friends, and until next time.